Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 12th of August, 2023. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Saratoga, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Hit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Some great racing all across the states today, of course, with Saratoga, the Arlington Million from Colonial, which I have a preview up here on YouTube, and also another preview up on here on YouTube for the night racing on the harness side from Northfield with the Milstein Memorial. It looks like it's going to be an exciting race, so check out those previews. But it's some good racing. So and today here at Saratoga, you have three very nice stakes races we're going to look at right now: races 7, 8, 9. So let's get to it. The seventh race from Saratoga, it's the Galway Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000, race for 3-year-old fillies. We have a field of 15 horses entered. 13 through 15 are MTOs, 11 and 12 are AEs, 10 will head to the Mellon Turf Course, the distance of round of 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs on that Mellon Turf Course. I'm going to take the 4-horse Love Appeals as top selection. Let's go 4-8-3-2 in the superfecta. 4-8-3-2 super, top selection of 4-horse Love Appeals, 3-year-old filly by Spicetown. Christophe Clement trains, Manny Franco gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the Blue Sparkler at Monmouth, 5.5 on the 15th of July, and the horse finished third by a neck that day, and he sat back early after not the best beginnings, but he settled well after that. He was flying late, he just missed the mark, but he really ran his heart out. He came back with an 81 Beyer, not the fastest of his career, but he really ran terrifically. Coming back to a sprinting trip where he doesn't need the lead, where he can get a good closing kick, I think he could run a good race and win. Two back, 27th of April at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs on the outer and off 6-2 Claimer. He won by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and he stalked all the way around the race course. When he had the turn of foot, he went away with it. A very good, strong run for this horse there. And then routing on the 1st of April, Gulfstream, 7.5 furlongs in the Sanibel Island. He finished 4th by 2 3/4 lengths. He just wasn't getting the 2 turns. He was just flat laid. The reason he got 2 turns before that is because they were walking on the front end at Gulfstream, going 7.5 in mid-February, and that maiden special weight. He won by a neck, and he just held on to the victory. But I just don't think he wants to go the elongated, the mile or 2 turns, 7.5 furlongs. He wants to go 5.5, 6 furlongs like he's going to see today. He's training well into this one. I think he could get a good trip to win. I think the 8 horse is your second likeliest winner. Love Range for Wesley Ward and Joel Rosario. Most recently in Limestone at Keeneland in mid-April with the 5.5. The horse won by half a length that day, and he sat back early and, had to slowly move her way out to fight out, actually. But she got there in time. 91 Beyer after a horrible trip. I thought it was a very good race for her there. Prior to that, in the British Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint at Keeneland, 5.5 on the 4th of November. Nothing really went to her liking. She finished 8th by 9 1/4 lengths. She was wide throughout from the inside post, and she just never was really comfortable there. And then the Bolton landing on this turf course, 5.5. 21st of August last year, she went by 2 1/4 lengths there, and from a tracking trip, she really took off clear. A very, very exciting 2-year-old run. Coming back to a turf course she's won on off the bench, she could definitely win here at 5-2 also. And even, the 3-horse, Isabella Alexandra for Lou Gutierrez, coming in from the Midwest, most recently in Indiana, over the 5 in a lounge race. She won by a neck, and from a tracking trip, she took off clear. Prior to that off the turf at Pimlico, I don't think she liked the dirt, and then they tried her routing, which wasn't her preferred trip. She wants to go sprinting. She's going to sprint today. She should see a good trip. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if she wins. Let's play pick 3 that connects all these stakes races, and we'll go 3 deep here using them. But to recap my selections for the 7 from Saratoga, it is the Galway. Gonna take the 4-horse Love Appeals, give kudos to the 8-horse Love Reigns and the 3-horse Isabella Alexandra. 4-8-3-2 super, 4-8-3 in your multi-race. Let's get to the 8th race from Saratoga, which is the Saratoga Special. It's a grade 2 event going for a $200,000 purse, race for 2-year-olds here. Field of 6 horses, going 1,300 meters, or 6.5 furlongs here in the Saratoga Special. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse, Edified. I'm going to go 5-4-6-2 in the superfecta. 5-4-6-2 super, top selection of 5 horse, Edified. This 2-year-old colt by Tappet, Steve Asmussen trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. Horse's most recent outing came the 1st of July at Ellis. 6 furlongs in the main special weight for 120 grand, and the horse won by 3.5 lengths that day. And basically on the front end, he stalked, he moved his way to the lead, and then he just kept going. At 69 Beyer, wasn't the fastest Beyer that ever came back, but he really put on a show. Coming back here, stakes quality horses. shouldn't be a problem. He's training well. I think he could find a good trip to win. Since the most recent race, he's been training well on the Oklahoma course. 3 furlongs in 38 and 4, the second best workout 2, and a 5 furlong workout in 101 and 2/5 of the second, the fourth best workout 5. I think he's rearing to go. He could definitely win, along with the 4-horse Hall, this Todd Pletcher trained 2-year-old colt by Army Mule. I read he's getting the mount. Most recent outing came 9th of July at Belmont closing weekend. 5.5 in the main special where he won by 3 lengths that day, and he was a little bit wide, but he settled well from a tracking trip. When he got to the front end, he took off clear. Very good, strong run. Another horse he's been training quite well here at Saratoga since the last run. Last week had a half-mile drill in 48 flat, the 10th best workout 50, and a half-mile flat before that in half-mile flat and 48 flat, the 5th best workout 63. Another horse coming here second off the bench, or second outing ever. I think he could get a good trip. I'm going to use him here. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Saratoga, it is the Grade 2 Saratoga Special. Going to take the 5-horse Edified. Give kudos to the 4-horse Hall. 5-4-6-2 Super. 5-4 in your multi-race. Let's get to the featured 9th race from Saratoga, which is the Fourstardave Handicap. It's a Grade 1 event going for $500,000 purse, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have 7 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the inner turf course. Portable rails down. My top selection, I'm going to take the 1-horse Emmanuel. Let's go 1-6-4-5 in the superfecta. 1-6-4-5 super. Top selection to 1-horse Emmanuel. This 4-year-old colt by More Than Ready, Todd Pletcher trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the Grade 3 Poker at Belmont, 1 mile on the 10th of June, and the horse won by a neck that day, and he found a good trip. He stalked back. He sat back early. He slowly moved his way up a little bit wide, but when he got there, he got the job done. Come back with career best 100 buyer. Nothing bad about that race. Stepping up to Grade 1 quality horses, he should go to see a good trip, and I think he could go all the way here today. 2 back and we're in the dinner party at Pimlico, mile 8th on the 20th of May. He finished 3rd by a half a length that day. He had a wide poster. He just kind of stalked. The winner had the jump on him, but he ran his heart out that day, and then he ran a completely crap flat race at Keeneland, 1 mile in the Maker's Mark mile. He finished 7th by 10 3/4 lengths that day. He didn't break so well, and he just was never into it. Wasn't his day to win. And then the Canadian turf at Gold Street, mile 16th in early March, winning by a half a length, seeing a good pace in front of him to close up to. He went away with it and came home with a nice 96 buyer. And then in the Tampa Bay Stakes, off the bench at Tampa over the mile 16th, he won by 1 3/4 lengths with the 98 buyer. A very, very good, easy run. He started once here at Saratoga in the past. That came last year's Saratoga Derby, where he finished 10th by 48 1/4 lengths that day, and something must have won a miss. I believe he bled in that one, and he just walked under the line. It wasn't his day to win. I would like to see Jose be a little bit more into this horse early on. Rails are down, so the turf courses are going to be very speed favoring on the inside, and I think that could be this horse's best chance to find the winner's circle. He's shown speed in the past. In the Pennine Ridge he showed speed. Even his dirt races he's shown speed. Before that he actually was on the Derby Trail in early 2022. Finished 3rd behind Zandon in the Bluegrass, and finished 4th behind Simplification in the Fountain of Youth. But if he could show speed here today, he could definitely win. I'm going to use him. I think this, you can't throw out the old man, the 6-horse Casa Crew for Bill Mon and Luis Saez. He could definitely win also. He won the Kelso opening weekend here at Saratoga quite nicely by length, come back with 100 buyer. Prior to that, they ran him the Jaipur off the bench, where he finished 3rd by length, not getting out of the gate so clearly, but he was gaining well late. And then the 13:51 turf sprint in Saudi Arabia, he finished 2nd by a head, and again, he just missed, but he ran his heart out. If the race was 7, he probably would have won. Back to Saratoga, he's won this race a couple times already in the past. Won it last year with a 104 buyer. He likes this course. Watch out for him late. He could definitely get the job done. Even the 4-horse Annapolis could win for Todd Pletcher. Most recently that Kelso, he just missed late, but he ran a terrific run, and then he won the opening verse at Churchill before that. Some of his races he ran last year, like in the Saranac, could win here. He likes the turf course. At 8-5, let's use him on the ticket in this very wide open 4-Stardave. But to recount my selections now for the 9th from Saratoga, it is the Grade 1 Fourstardave Handicap. Going to take the 1-horse Emmanuel, give kudos to the 6-horse Casa Creed and the 4-horse Annapolis. 1-6-4-5 Super, 1-6-4 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck everybody.